Lieutenant Emily Harper walked through the training yard, her boots echoing against the concrete, the warm sun glinting off her uniform. Her colleagues clustered in small groups, their laughter carrying across the field. They had noticed the small tattoo peeking from beneath her sleeve, a delicate, intricate pattern, and they whispered jokes and snide comments, thinking it was merely a frivolous mark. Her gaze remained steady and calm, her mind focused on the drills ahead, but deep inside she felt the familiar pull of anticipation. It always came when her past skills were about to intersect with her present. The Marines around her continued to mock, unaware that the tattoo she bore was not a symbol of vanity, but a mark of a unit known for missions few had heard of, and even fewer survived. Emily had learned long ago to ignore idle chatter, yet she observed every movement, every subtle posture and shift of her teammates. Her eyes scanned the yard, noting weaknesses and strengths. She had seen countless times in operations far removed from this controlled environment. She felt a quiet excitement, knowing the drill ahead would test more than just physical ability. The instructor blew the whistle, and the exercise began. The team splitting into squads for a timed tactical maneuver. Emily moved with calm precision, her mind calculating angles, distances, and possibilities that the others overlooked. Her peers hustled in a frantic scramble, assuming speed alone would carry them. Through the exercise, they laughed nervously at each other, mocking mistakes, and assuming Emily would struggle to keep pace. But she was already steps ahead, moving silently and deliberately, while their energy bordered on chaos as they approached the obstacle course. Emily noticed subtle errors in her squad. The way one man hesitated at a jump, the way another misjudged the cover and angles. She subtly adjusted her positioning, guiding her team without overtly commanding them. Her quiet influence began to shift outcomes even before anyone realized it. Her tattoo was hidden, but the aura of capability she exuded began to draw eyes, and the murmur of recognition started to ripple through the team, though none could yet articulate why. Halfway through the exercise, a sudden shout drew attention to a misaligned formation. A simulated threat had appeared unexpectedly. Emily reacted instantly, her instincts honed over years of elite training kicking in. She maneuvered with surgical precision, neutralizing the simulated danger while keeping her squad coordinated. The others watched in a mix of awe and confusion, unable to comprehend how she moved with such efficiency and control. Their laughter had died in an instant, replaced by a nervous tension as they realized that Emily was more than she appeared to be. Her eyes flicked to the sidelines, where the Marine colonel stood observing the exercise, his posture calm yet authoritative. His jacket caught the sun, and a sense of history seemed to radiate from him. Emily had not seen him smile, yet the recognition in his gaze was unmistakable. She continued her movements, ignoring the silent acknowledgement, knowing that the unfolding events would soon reveal truths that had been carefully concealed for years. The final stage of the exercise demanded coordinated precision, timing, and rapid decision-making. Emily took point, guiding her squad through a maze of obstacles, enemy markers, and simulated combat scenarios. Every movement was calculated, her breathing controlled, and her decisions instantaneous, yet each step left her peers increasingly bewildered. They had assumed that speed and brute force would determine the outcome, yet Emily was demonstrating a mastery of strategy and control that they had never encountered before. As the drill concluded, Emily paused, slightly adjusting her gear. Her eyes met those of the colonel, who remained still, observing, a small smile tugging at the corner of his mouth. The Marines around her shifted uncomfortably, some exchanging glances, some struggling to comprehend the skill and calm authority she had displayed. Their mocking whispers had disappeared, replaced by a heavy silence filled with uncertainty and a dawning realization that Emily Harper was no ordinary officer, and that her tattoo might signify far more than any of them had guessed. Emily felt a subtle thrill, knowing that the next moment would change everything. the colonel had not moved, yet the energy between them crackled with unspoken understanding, and she knew that the revelation about her past and the meaning behind her tattoo was about to come to light, leaving everyone around her stunned and questioning what they thought they knew about her next day. Marine Colonel stepped onto the training field, his presence commanding immediate attention. Emily Harper stood among her squad, her posture calm and poised, yet inside her pulse quickened. Her tattoo hid beneath her sleeve, but its meaning was about to ripple through the ranks as the colonel's eyes briefly flicked toward it. Soldiers around them whispered nervously, some exchanging uncertain glances, while others tried to mask curiosity. Emily's mind raced, calculating what the colonel's next move might reveal, and what the reactions of her peers would be. With a deliberate motion, the colonel removed his jacket, letting it fall to the ground, revealing a matching tattoo etched across his forearm. The gasps from the team were instantaneous, a mixture of disbelief and awe. Emily felt a subtle thrill, her secret finally intersecting with recognition. The colonel's eyes met hers, holding a spark of acknowledgement, decades of experience reflected in a single glance, and she knew that in that moment the hierarchy of respect shifted silently in her favor, leaving the others unsure how to process what they were seeing. Without a word, the colonel signaled for an unexpected tactical exercise, the team scrambling to follow while Emily instinctively took command. Her movements were fluid and precise, calculating angles and cover positions. While issuing concise instructions, the squad moved as a single unit under her guidance, yet their confusion was palpable, unable to reconcile the quiet officer they had mocked with the controlled and deadly strategist leading them through complex maneuvers. The energy on the field crackled with tension and anticipation, leaving everyone watching breathless. Suddenly, a simulated threat appeared, forcing Emily to react immediately. She assessed every position, predicting movements, anticipating traps, her mind racing faster than anyone around her. She guided the team through a series of rapid flanking actions, neutralizing the threat with surgical precision. Each step she took seemed effortless yet deliberate, leaving her squad stunned as they struggled to keep pace with her instincts. Her tattoo felt like a symbol of all the missions she had survived, a silent reminder of lethal capability hidden beneath unassuming appearances. As the exercise intensified, Emily moved with instinctive authority, directing squads to cover angles and secure high ground. Her commands were precise and immediate, and the Marines followed her lead. Though their hesitation revealed their awe and disbelief, every decision she made seemed perfectly calculated, and her team executed flawlessly, while the rest of the squad watched, trying to understand how she possessed such mastery. The colonel observed silently, a subtle smile tugging at his lips, as he witnessed Emily transform the chaos into seamless strategy, leaving a trail of amazement behind her. The final stage of the exercise, Emily had orchestrated every movement, every angle, every contingency. Her team performed like an extension of her will, while the other Marines could only stare in disbelief. The laughter and mockery from earlier had vanished, replaced by nervous admiration and a dawning realization that Emily Harper's quiet demeanor masked extraordinary skill and experience. Her tattoo, which had been the target of ridicule, now marked her as a figure of authority and lethal capability that no one could challenge. When the drill concluded, Emily lowered her weapon, her expression returning to the calm professional facade she always wore. The colonel approached her, acknowledging her skill and precision in a voice filled with measured respect. Her peers remained frozen, trying to reconcile the ordinary figure they had underestimated with the elite operator they had just witnessed. Shift in the squad's energy was palpable, their understanding forever altered, leaving them to question what other hidden depths Emily might possess. Emily retracted her sleeve, hiding her tattoo once again, her mind aware that the revelation was only partial. Her skills had been displayed, her secret partially known, yet the true extent of her experience remained controlled and hidden, like a shadow moving quietly behind the light. The colonel's nod lingered silently, a promise of recognition and mentorship, while the squad processed a new reality where quiet competence could overshadow mockery, and where appearances were never to be trusted, leaving everyone to wonder what might unfold next.